Hi nail friends and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a highly requested video. Well, it's not that highly requested, only like 20 people asked about it, but hey, it's still highly requested, on how I file my nails. Usually I stand and file my nails, so this is new for me. So let's get into the video. So first I look at the underside of the nail because most times I taper in the sides of my tips before I apply the powder. So as you can see, there are acrylic that are showing on the sides of the nails, and that's not supposed to be there. So I just file that off. So I'm going in an up and down motion to remove the excess acrylic from on the sides of the nails. So that's what I'll be doing. I usually file in different angles, but I'm still achieving the same thing. Also, I'm sorry for this video being this long, but I have a lot of stuff to say, so that's why it's that long, and I left the video, I left the speed of the video as a normal speed. I didn't speed up anything because I wanted you all to see everything that I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So yeah. So then I look at my nail from the front view. What can help is to squint one eye and open the next. It would show you the imperfections of the nails. So from here you can see the bulk of the nail is on top of the nail. It's almost like a square, but it's really supposed to be like a triangle with a round top. So that means it's supposed to be tapered in a lot more on the top, on the sides of the both, on the left and the right. So I'm just showing you how I'm going to be filing those areas right now with the file. Yes, so the file will be on that area there, and filing that way, then on the next area and filing that way also. So you go from both side to side. Don't file the top of the nail as yet, leave it. If you're getting value from this video, hit the like button below and comment your thoughts on how I did with explaining how I file my nails. And don't forget to subscribe because it's free. So here I'm just filing off some of the acrylic that needed to be filed off because it was too close to the cuticle. Now, if you look at my nails, you would see a line going down the center of the nail that is a different shade of color to the ones at the side. That's because I didn't taper in. Well, that's because I didn't file the center of the nail. I only filed the left and the right side of each nail. So as you can see from this view, it's way more tapered in than it was before. Now we are going to go around the top of the nail. I'm doing a kind of a round motion, and I'm showing you right here. And you can also file along the nail a little if it's necessary, because it depends on how thick your nails are. You'll just file down a little bit also while doing this. But I am mostly just doing my round motion, a little. So these steps I'm giving you is so that the filing can make sense to you. But for me, it's not that technical. I just go right in and do what I do. But to make it make sense, this is how I break it down. And FYI, I'm not a professional, so I could be wrong about some of the things I'm saying, but it works for me, so yeah. So now I watch the nail from the side view, and as you can see, I have no apex, and the tip of my nail is a little too bulky, so I'm just filing that area a little. And don't be too hard on yourself about filing, because filing is very hard. It's a hit or miss sometimes. I still do real shit. And also, when you're filing, don't forget to always check your work. So you know, you file a little and you check. You file and you check. Don't just file. Okay, don't do that. That would be a mistake. Then I just taper in the nail bed area there because it's a bit too bulky. Your nails are supposed to be tapered in from the nail bed area to the tip first before you can taper in the tip area to make your ballerina shape or your stiletto shape. So I do that for all of the nails. Yes, always do, when you do the left side, always do the right side right after. Don't just do one side. So now I watch the nail and then I place the file that I'm using. So I would file it from the bottom area first at an angle like so. Then parallel to the nail like so, and then on the top of the nail at the side like so. So you know, you just do that, and I just file using those 3 movements, motions, whatever, so that the nail would be tapered a little more. Then using my Vogue rechargeable drill, I just use it around my cuticle area a little and then on the nail itself to remove some of the bumps from the nails and make the surface a little more smooth. I was also trying to make the tip area a little thinner, but I prefer to do it with the nail file because I would have more control. And remember to always check what you're doing. Don't just file and check, you know, always file and then check a little. So then I watch my nail from this angle again. Just remember to squint one eye and watch through one of the eyes. And from this angle, the tip is supposed to be thin, but it wasn't thin at all. It's still not. So I just filed again until it's to my liking, because you are supposed to be seeing straight down the nail and it's supposed to be thin from the tip area and come out a little thick, but it's not supposed to be thick on the sides of the nails, only down the center of the nail, you know. So yeah. So now I'm just showing you 2 of the nails to compare the tips. So the one on the left is too thick, the one on the right is just right. Now this is after I have filed the nails. It's still a bit thick, but you know, I will be filing a little more again. So now we check the side angle to see if it's good or not, and as you can see, it isn't good at all. So where I'm pointing and needs to be filed down a bit, so I just filed it down off camera, and it still needs a little more work, but it's way better than before. Hope you get the point. So what you see me doing here is changing the position of my finger ever so slightly, because each angle could make a huge difference in how you see your nails. I think where I pointed at on the camera, it needs to be filed a little. So sometimes you can watch your nail at 2 or 3 different angles and get different results, because sometimes a nail could be bulky on one side and not bulky on the other, and it will make a huge difference. So you have to watch your nails at different angles. So when I file, my nails are up to my face and I move it at different angles to see if it flows. That's what I do. So then the last thing I do is the tip area. So I go up and down to get a straight line. So if you wanted to taper in the sides a little more, this is what you have to do. And just taper it from the tip area to bring it in a little more. But I liked this shape, so I'm good here. So I went back in and filed a little more off camera, not a lot. I just couldn't show myself doing all the filing, but I basically did the same things I showed, but just a little more. My nails need to be in my face, and I like to check everything, but I couldn't do it when filming. But that's basically it. Let me know if this was helpful to you guys or if I was talking nonsense, and thanks for watching. Bye guys.